Tonight we're in Los Angeles at First Street and Village. I'm Holly, ready to interview one of the founders of Maniac Productions, a DIY team that originally revived the underground punk music scene, metal punk. They rented a tiny room and called it The Forest, where a couple of bucks you could get all access to debauchery and sweaty leather. One party to last a couple of years until the party suddenly stopped in 2018. Now we're here to find out how Maniac Productions began and why it ended. So, whose idea do you think it was to start this whole thing?
Any band, really. Any musician that is snubbed of opportunity, you just make your own opportunity.
So, was it just like a group of friends, just, you know, hanging around, shooting the shit?
Pretty much. It was like, fuck it.
Did you realize that you were gonna unintentionally become one of the biggest, most influential production groups going on at the time in Los Angeles?
Don't think so, and I don't think I'm even close to that. And better, or more, maybe it's just more commonly known. I don't.
Well, I appreciate the whole guys. Can you tell me more about Pounding Metal?
Pounding Metal? Famously known for the song written by Exciter. I mean, it's pretty fucking straightforward. I mean, we got some bands that are gonna be playing some rock and roll, heavy metal, a subgenre of it. It's gonna be pretty, and we're probably gonna be pounding beers to it, so Pounding Metal makes sense.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So I've looked through some old flyers, and I took a note that most of the flyers are horror themed. For example.
Oh yes, my favorite one right there. Maniac.
So is that intentional?
Yeah, I mean, I like horror films for one. Two, nothing really grabs your attention like a horror film, like a horror cover. And interesting enough, this show in particular, we have two of the bands that are on this flyer playing tonight. And one of these bands ended up blowing up big. I'm proud of them, honestly.
That's awesome.
Whether they continued or not, proud of the fact that a group of people managed to put some music together and fucking put on a hell of a show. And this is a timepiece for that. Here you go.
So, some of the names on the flyers I'm familiar with, like Early Moods, Spell, signed with the label Riding Easy, and on Metal Blade Records. So do you think that Maniac Productions helped these bands get where they are and help showcase their music in order to be a part of those?
I think so. Maybe not a huge, but definitely starting out, because just like every band that's either signed or big, it's that first show, that first show really, you're not gonna get that opportunity with like an established promoter or booker or whatever. So creating that opportunity for bands just to say, fuck it, just go at it. Just give it your all. Show us what you got.
It was a few successful years, and then everything suddenly ended in 2018. Can you elaborate more on the reasons behind all of that?
Reason being is, as a musician, you're also a human being. You gotta look down the road 5 years from now and really kind of just have that talk with yourself to decide, you know, are you gonna keep doing this until maybe something picks up, or you just gotta put the instrument down for a second, or step away from it, and tend to your personal life and tend to family. So just really all it is, being a human being.
You rule. Thank you so much for coming out here to talk to us and doing this interview for the show tonight. And do you have any last words to say to anybody?
Yeah, keep on fucking rocking.
Awesome, thank you so much.
What's up? I'm Tyler, the vocalist of Regiment, and you just watched one of the Maniacs tell us about Maniac Productions, a group of LA metalheads who ran underground shows years ago, and now they're making a comeback. Stay tuned.
How many of you maniacs are going in the fucking pit? Ooh. Trenches, jaws of death, the opponent clutches, down the guard, nothing war, never demons that we can't recall.
Wouldn't be Boyle Heights without some action.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, what's up? I'm Lola. We're here outside of First Street Billiards for the return of the Maniac Productions show. I'm here with
AV Warrior. Just kidding, that's what my mom calls me. My name's Anthony. I play in Leather Church.
Where are you guys from?
We're from Texas.
Cool. You guys did a sick ass set.
Thank you.
I really appreciated the Judas Priest cover. That was fucking sick. That's my favorite Judas Priest song.
Fuck yeah. It's a cover. Their version is a cover too.
That's, you know what, someone just told me that too. It's so sick.
Yeah.
So how do you feel? How did the set go?
I feel tired because I play drums and do vocals at the same time. I'm always kind of like in a weird headspace after shows. It's a lot of energy that you exert after playing a set, especially something like high intensity, like that kind of music. But it's cool. I'm super excited to fucking be here. I'm very thankful. And Drew's an old homie, and he asked us to come out, and this rules.
Yeah, sick.
I'm stoked.
How long has Leather Church been active?
I started the band in 2022 or 21 is maybe when I had the idea. Like right now we have an EP out and 2 singles. And we've been playing them for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, something like that.
What are your signs, your big 3?
My big 3, I'm a Cancer Sun, a Virgo Moon, and a Leo Rising.
Cancer Sun, so the 3 of Swords is very fitting.
yeah, dude. Yeah, I got a lot of feelings. Yeah. I got a lot of feelings, yeah.
That's what's up.
For sure. Yeah.
Thank you for letting us chat with you. Do you have any last final words? Anything you want people to know about you or the band?
To know about me or the band. Listen to Thin Lizzy and Black Sabbath every day.
Very valid points. Well, thank you for chatting with us.
Yeah,
it was a pleasure.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's cool.
Cheers, you guys. Thank you for coming out. Really, it's fucking badass.
a dangerous hour of conversation with LA heavy metal legends OMEN.
And this is Neil from Regiment. But before we continue, we need to have a quick word with Billy from Fortress.
Billy Viviano's Fortress.
So how was the set? You guys did amazing.
It was crazy. Very raw and just like, you know, it's just chaos. We had a lot of chaos on stage and everybody in the crowd was having a good time, so had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was really cool. You guys have great stage presence. It was quite the show.
Yeah, I mean, the stage presence, that's just us having fun. Like,
yeah.
You know, that's just how we are, so.
How did you get this current lineup of your band?
I've known these guys since forever. They're all close friends of mine, and you know, that's what makes it so strong, the bond and us being on stage together. It's just, you know, we're all really good friends. We just mess around. We're like a bunch of little kids, so.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are fun to watch, fun on stage. Tell me a little bit about what's next for you guys.
We're gonna focus on writing and recording. Let's see.
Any tours planned?
Yeah, we're playing a show in Fresno August 1st with Haunt, Serpent, and Siege. Other than that, we're trying to book some more festivals. We're gonna send some stuff out to a couple of promoters and stuff. Hopefully get that rolling. But we want to go tour, and we want to go to Europe, Japan, you know, abroad. That's our main goal.
You guys are signed with the European label?
Yeah, we're signed with High Roller Records in Germany, and they're the ones that funded this album, and you know, they helped us out a lot, and we're here, you know, because of that, you know.
Are they gonna bring you guys out to Germany?
Let's hope. Let's hope. High Roller Records.
What is your most current output that you have released?
I think the latest album is the newest thing. It's only been out for about 3 weeks. It's got about 30,000 views. We did really well in sales. We sold out of all our online vinyl.
What's the name of the album?
Album is Death Is Your Master.
Cool.
You know, it has very dark themes. It's very gothic and evil. And yeah, we sold a bunch of copies. Whatever I brought tonight is like whatever we got left. So I encourage everybody. Whatever we don't sell here, we'll post it online. So.
Well, if you guys haven't checked out Fortress, go to one of their live shows. One of the funnest bands I've seen in a really long time. Do you have anything to say for any last words?
Thank you so much. Buy our album. Go check it out on Spotify or whatever you listen to. Buy some merch. Helps us out a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next on your screen, you'll witness an exclusive interview with founding member and lead guitarist of OMEN, Kenny Powell. Until next time.
Until next time.
Thank you everyone for coming to First Street. We're gonna be doing an interview with OMEN, so if you guys can please shut the fuck up for 1 second. Or just keep it to a minimum outside or something. Quiet, please. We're still live. I'm Holly at First Street's Billiards Bar, ready to introduce Kenny Powell of OMEN, the lead guitarist of the fantasy heavy metal group from LA. Hi Kenny, how can I help you? And pleasure to chat with you and close the night out later on.
No, thank you very much. Let me the rest of my band introduce themselves because I love these guys.
Yeah, of course.
Justin.
Amigos.
Reese.
Nico's freaking bastard.
So, you're the lead guitarist. How did that come about?
I've always been the lead guitarist.
I guess like how you all started, like how you formed, came up with the idea and everything.
I started, I grew up in Dusty, Oklahoma, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, and I always wanted to write songs. I always wanted to be the main guitar player. I turned down many positions in bigger bands because I didn't want to be somebody's side guy. You know, so just progressed that way.
Makes sense. Were you self-taught?
Yes. Yeah, you know, it makes me crazy to watch all these young kids because they have all this technique taught to them. It took me years to, you know, figure out everything around, you know. And now everybody has technique and they know and they have a teacher, but I had no teacher. No.
I mean, that's the beauty of it
Yeah,
sometimes.
that's good. I think it makes me original, you know.
Yeah, of course. So, what would you say are some of your biggest influences?
Wow, you know, I always get that influence thing, and it's probably a little weird. I mean, I love Jimi Hendrix, but I didn't play like it, you know? You know, I love Tony Iommi, but I probably don't really, I steal some shit from him, but I don't play like him, you know, and probably one of my favorite bands of all time is Lizzy, you know? And it's more harmony, more happier than I play a little darker than that, but still. You know,
All solid choices.
yeah, yeah. So I just don't, you know, I hope to not be overly influenced by anyone.
So, what guitar are you rocking to this day?
I'm rocking the guitar that I made myself.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you made it?
yeah, I
Can you tell
made
me
it.
about that?
Yeah, totally. I didn't have a lot of tools at the time. We cut it out of some fireplace wood, attached the neck, put it all together, and I've broken it. At least 3 times I've crashed on stage or broken it, and we were in Poland, and I crashed and I broke the neck almost all the way off, and we just get you out of the guitar and you're out of tune. I look down at the neck, it's like, and so I get it back up. I come to the front of the stage, and some girl grabs me and goes, "I don't know if you're God or Satan, but you're certainly not human."
Maybe a little bit of both.
I took that as a compliment, right?
It was definitely a compliment. So, have you at any point gotten to play with some of any of the bands and music that inspired you along the years?
We've done some pretty good stuff. You know, Queen's Reich. You know, Alice Cooper. You know,
awesome.
a lot of really cool bands in Europe. Saxon, big influence. You know, but I try not to take influence as I'm going to try to be like that. You know, but yeah, I play with some Motorhead. A lot of shows with Lemmy. You know, much respect for him. I knew that I was mortal when Lemmy died, you know, because if he died, I'm probably going to die too. What the hell?
I feel like a lot of people had mortality hit them when Lemmy died.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
yeah.
That's awesome you got to play with Motorhead.
Yeah, it was always great. And he was such a very laid-back guy, you know, when he wasn't playing, you know.
So going back to how OMEN formed, I know you said you were one of the people that started it. So can you take me back to the year, all of you guys hanging out? Like, was there any specific moment that was just like, we gotta do this?
So my drummer, Steve Whitting, we kind of stopped playing for a while. You know, me and the bass player had children to take care of, and he came to LA and he joined Savage Grace. And then he left and came back to Oklahoma, and he said, like, you know, we're used to playing 5 sets of cover tunes every night. You know, I hated that shit. You know? And so he goes, like, you know, in LA, I said, you play 45, 50 minutes, you play your own songs and shit. I sold my business. I packed all my stuff in the trailer, not knowing anyone, and hauled my ass to LA.
Awesome.
And that's kind of a, you know, I hung out with the guys from Savage Grace. I lived with the bass player in his closet for a couple of weeks until we kind of got on our feet, and the rest is kind of history.
Can you take me back to your first show, if you remember it at all? Do you remember what venue it was?
Yeah, it was the Troubadour.
Oh, okay, oh, it's the Troubadour.
It was the Troubadour. It was a release for Battle Cry when the record was coming out. It was the first show we'd ever played.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we played with Armored Saint, maybe, and the Slayer guys were there. You know, I was, at the time, you know, good friends with Tom and everything. So, it was the Troubadour.
So, how do you think the crowd took to your music? Did they take it really well? Were they excited? Were they throwing stuff at you? Anything worth noting?
No, I think the crowd was very well, but we've always done. Always was our strong point was playing to Hispanic crowds. We probably played in Texas more than we did in LA. Or we played to big Hispanic crowds, and that kind of fucking faded away. But then the last few years, I've been singing that, because that was my people, that was the audience, and so I'm really glad to see it coming back. El Cerro's, we've done 2-3 times, and it's a big Hispanic crowd, and it's like these are my bros,
When it came to touring with OMEN back in the day, was it as crazy as everybody thinks it was? Was it kind of...
well, some parts of it were very crazy. It was very low budget. I mean, we would go play places for $300 and stay on fans' floors,
I mean, life on the road, right?
Yeah, but I know, and that was cool. That was good with me,
So, I know that OMEN is signed with Metal Blade Records in 1984. So did the label reach out to you, or did you reach out to the label? How did that happen?
Well, because I was in Savage Grace, and we had just done the Savage Grace EP, the first thing, and so I became really good friends with Brian Slagle, and I'd written Battle Cry and Die by the Blade for the Savage Grace record, and about the time that we were going to go record, they told me, we don't think those songs are good enough, so we're not going to record them. So I just called Brian. I said, I wrote Battle Cry and Die by the Blade, and they don't want to put it on the record. I'm going to put my own band together now, because we have a deal. So I had a deal without a band, but it all came together real quick,
It seems you made it work perfectly.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to bust your ass.
Yeah, I mean, when you really want something, you gotta go for it.
Yeah, you just gotta do yourself full speed for it.
Exactly. So, I know the label also signed some other really big names. We got Slayer, we got Celtic Frost, Angel Witch, Bolt Thrower.
Yeah.
All those bands, King Diamond, Slayer.
Yeah.
Did you play with any of those bands?
We played a lot with Slayer, and it was always brutal because every crowd was brutal,
Oh yeah.
They'd tolerate us for about half the set, and then you start hearing the low chant. Slayer says, and I'm just, But yeah, but I love those guys. Tom Rai was there when we were recording Battle Cry. He came into the studio a bunch of times. He was a cool guy. I didn't like playing with him because Slayer crowd is brutal,
Basically, tonight we're celebrating you guys' 40th anniversary of Warning of Danger. So, congrats on that.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm still alive this fucking long.
So, can you tell me how your experience was recording that album?
With what?
Recording that album?
Oh, wow. The first 2 records, I was working a day job, and I would go to the studio and play until 6 in the morning, and then go to work, and only the curse was we finally got enough money where I got an apartment and have to work and stuff, but it didn't matter, you just keep going,
So the song Premonition really sticks out to me compared to the rest of the album because it gives you more of like the classic power metal feel.
Yeah.
Who does the synths on that?
Me.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, all the chanting vocals were my idea. I did the synth on it, and JD had some little cheesy keyboard and stuck it in the studio and figured out. Yeah, I did the synth.
Awesome. So how did that song come about? Was there any story behind that?
Well, the song Termination is Terminator, It's a Schwarzenegger movie. And so I felt like we needed some kind of real classic gothic intro to it, and that's where it all came about.
That's awesome. That's a way better answer than I expected.
Yeah.
So, you guys are gonna play some songs off of Battle Cry tonight.
Yeah, a few. This is focused a little bit more on Warning of Danger, but we're gonna do something off the Curse and some songs off Battle Cry.
So, are you gonna do any more upcoming shows and tours after that?
Yeah, we're trying to doing a little bit of U.S. because we do so well in Europe. You know, we don't play a lot of U.S., but we're going to doing San Antonio next week and Fort Worth, and then Chicago, and then we go on like a 3.5 week European tour after that.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Okay, so I have a random question, completely unrelated.
Okay.
What is your horoscope sign?
My horoscope? You know, my whole horoscope thing is crazy because I'm Libra.
Okay.
I'm always trying to balance the good and the bad, always.
Yeah.
To the point where sometimes I stop it, you know. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that.
Awesome. Well, thank you, and taking some of your soundcheck time to have this interview with me. And I'm really excited to see OMEN play tonight, and I'm sure everyone else who's here.
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, I'm a bit nervous. I haven't played in a year. Had some health problems, but you know, let my guys say goodbye to everybody. And thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is there any last words?
No. Have you met Raymond? Yeah.
We're ready to play tonight, so.
Yeah, I'm ready to hear you guys. Thank you so much.
You know, heavy metal Raymond, yeah, it's Greek, and it was heavy metal, you pussies. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Okay.
Let me take some pictures.
Come the killer with a frame of steel. You make look like any other man. Something about it, justice and real. With a sail on my heart, a model man. These toxic city streets full of you.